Who's up for a quick Italian getaway? Today we're leaving France behind and heading to Bordighera, a gorgeous little seaside town just across the border. Expect palm trees everywhere you look, a bustling market with some seriously good finds, delicious Italian food, and laid-back beach vibes. We'll climb a tower for insane views, stroll through the old town, and end the day with a proper Italian aperitivo by the beach as the sun sets. So grab a coffee, you'll want to come along for this one. While Anya and I drove over, you could just as easily hop on a train from Nice or anywhere along the French Riviera to Bordighera. We grabbed a parking spot right next to the train station and made our way through the little tunnel under the railway tracks. And just like that, we were right in the middle of the market hustle and bustle. Bordighera's big weekly market happens every Thursday morning until 1 p.m, stretching all along the seafront west from the train station. And we were hooked straight away by the racks of colorful clothes. I can't believe we bought cashmere sweaters in the summer in the heat. We couldn't resist. They were 2 for 50 euros, so 1 for 25 euros. Look at that. Time to explore some more. Some people are already done shopping and are enjoying a coffee or lunch at one of the beachside restaurants. But we're too curious to see what else is on offer. We only really knew the market one town over in Ventimiglia, which is huge and draws half the French Riviera every Friday. But honestly, the more we wander around here, the more impressed we are by the size of this one too. Clothes everywhere, from cheap to very cheap. Handbags of all shapes and sizes. Row after row of colorful shoes. It's a bit overwhelming, but in the best possible way. And since it's mid-June and summer has properly arrived, there's of course loads of beachwear, giant beach throws, and fun inflatable stuff to pick from. Speaking of the beach, it reminds us a bit of Nice's pebbly shore. If that's your thing, there's plenty of space here to spread out. We hear a mix of languages everywhere. Italian, French, German, Dutch, English, a real nice international vibe. And finally, there's food, loads of typical Italian specialties. Of course, we're invited to sample a few things, and those dried tomatoes, absolutely delicious, but a little salty. We would have loved to stock up on veggies and goodies, but since we'll be out and about all day without a cooler bag, we have to pass this time. By now it's almost 1 p.m, and while we're tempted to just grab a table right here for a breezy lunch, we've got a reservation at another restaurant nearby that a friend recommended, so we better get a move on. It's 1:10 when I finally make it to our lunch spot right opposite the train station, where Anya's already waiting for me. We're at Café Monet, named after the French impressionist Claude Monet, who spent a few months in Bordighera back in the late 1800s. He painted 38 canvases here, capturing the magical Mediterranean light and those beautiful views of the town. And within minutes, we're reminded why we love crossing the border to Italy. The food here is just on another level. Feel free to challenge us on that. Drop your foodie thoughts in the comments. For once, it didn't take us long to decide what to order. Drinks, water of course, and a glass of local white wine to go with our meal. And the food arrives super quickly, delivered by the chef himself.
Buon appetito.
Grazie.
Anya went for sea bass fillet with green asparagus, while I chose spaghetti alla Nerano with zucchini, cheese and sea bass tartare. And honestly, this is the best meal we've had in a while. Pasta perfectly al dente, beautifully seasoned fish, veggies that actually taste like something. We could go on forever. And since this is Italy, and we somehow still have room, dessert is a must. We weren't quite sure what bonnet was or how to even pronounce it, but it looks very tempting. In the end, Anya went for a classic tiramisu, and I picked the semifreddo with peach and red wine sauce. Or in Italian, excuse my accent, semifreddo alle pesche con ristretto al vino rosso. Absolute heaven, no kidding. By 2:45, we're back on our feet and ready to see what else this pretty little town has to offer. We've got a nice surprise coming up for you. And on the way there, we'll pass Bordighera's main street with its little shops, which are all closed right now for the lunchtime break that usually lasts until around 3:30 or 4 p.m. Bordighera is really charming, with gorgeous belly pug houses scattered all around. But to be honest, it's a small town, and if serious boutique shopping is what you're after, we'd actually recommend heading to San Remo, the next bigger town to the east. The good news is, everything we're doing today is within walking distance. It's a bit of a march with a few steps and staircases along the way, but if you're wearing decent shoes, it's no problem at all. Now look at this giant tree, a Moradin bay fig or Australian banyan, planted about 130 years ago. Seriously impressive, right? And there's another one just a few steps away. By the way, Anya and I are leaving the old town, which is right behind, for later, because first we've got something special to show you, as we mentioned earlier. And here we are. That stunning white villa perched on a cliff is Villa Garnier. Overlooking Bordighera's little port with endless sea views, this villa was built in the 1870s by French architect Charles Garnier as a winter retreat for his family. You might know his work. He designed both the Opera House in Paris and the one in Monte Carlo. Even though today the villa is run as a hotel by nuns, it's open to the public, and for a small fee you can explore the property. The rooms and hallways have largely remained just as they were in Garnier's day. Wall paintings, frescoes, sculptures, all original and beautifully preserved. We head straight for the rooftop terrace, craving those panoramic views of Bordighera from above. And what a sight! Sea, palms, hills and rooftops as far as you can see. Fun fact, all those palm trees Bordighera is famous for? Legend has it they trace back to a 5th century monk who brought 3 date kernels from Egypt and planted the trees that would give the town its distinct exotic look. And of course, we couldn't resist climbing the narrow spiral staircase to reveal even more incredible views. Next stop, the botanical garden surrounding the villa. Another little gem, also still preserved as it was in Garnier's time. While wandering through the garden, we met a Belgian couple who were still raving about another place they'd just visited. The Palanca Exotic Gardens, home to over 3,000 plant species, mainly cacti and succulents. We won't have time to fit it in today, but definitely keep it in mind if you're planning a visit. As much as we'd love to stay longer, it's time to finally make our way to Bordighera's old town. You enter the old town through this archway, right near those giant fig trees we showed you earlier. From there, just follow your instincts. The maze of narrow alleyways is small and charming, and don't worry, you can't really get lost in here. It's 5:10 when we arrive at the little main square. Right now it's quiet, restaurants getting ready to open for dinner later, and a cafe with a few locals hiding from the afternoon heat. Anya's found some historic images of Bordighera, and you'll want to remember this little chapel here, because you'll see it again in just a bit. Next to the church, there's the starting point of a short, easy walking trail called the Beodo Path. It follows the route of an ancient aqueduct and offers beautiful views over the seas and the hills inland. Definitely worth doing if you've got a little time. We keep strolling through the pretty cobbled alleys, discovering more restaurants tucked away in corners, and little boutiques like this one, filled with Ligurian specialties, from local olive oil to preserved lemons and pesto. Here's another restaurant friends recommended to us. We'll have to save it for next time. But you should definitely give it a go when it's open for lunch or dinner, and tell us what you think. For now though, Anya and I are in serious need of coffee, so we're heading back to that cafe we passed when we first entered the old town. Time for a little pick-me-up before the final part of our day.
I can't believe it. It's 5:30 and we are having our cappuccino only now. Don't tell any Italian.
Freshly caffeinated, we're ready for another little walk, just down the road toward the sea again, where we're meeting a friend at a popular beach bar. Oh, and one more bit of local history for you. Margherita of Savoy, Queen of Italy, spent her winters in Bordighera and passed away here in 1926. We're heading to La Réserve, right across from her memorial. And what a fantastic spot! Not far from Sant'Ampelio, by the way. Remember that beautiful little chapel from earlier? Now, fair warning, you won't get much sun here for your aperitivo. But honestly, in the summer heat, that's often a good thing. And if you do crave the sun, why not rent a sunbed earlier in the day? A little later, Jean-Christophe arrives. He lives here in Bordighera and helps us scout out some of these great spots. And just look at this classic Italian aperitivo spread. We ordered a drink each, and this is what turned up, all included in the price. What more could you want? As the evening goes on, Jean-Christophe's girlfriend Lucia joins us too. She was born and raised right here and shares even more fun facts about her hometown. Like how it was the English who discovered Bordighera in the 19th century and founded Italy's very first tennis club right here. It's also thanks to them that the promenade is lined with beautiful Belle Epoque villas. We stroll along the Lungomare Argentina back towards our car, spotting more places worth coming back for, like this one right on the beach, Amarea, and another brand new restaurant a little further west that's just opened its doors. It's almost 9 by now, and since we've got a good drive ahead of us, it's time to say our goodbyes. But of course, no trip to Italy without ice cream. Okay, time to head back to France. Hope you had fun tagging along today. If you loved this little taste of Italy, give us a like, drop a comment, and hit subscribe. We've got loads more coming your way. Until next time, à bientôt. Hang on, arrivederci.